Hello and welcome everybody to Crypto Rosetta. My name is Savage and today we're going to be having a look at Binance Coin. We've had a few changes since the last TA, so we've got to talk about some invalidations and things that have happened and basically where we think we could still be going from here and what these potential structures mean. So first things off, before we jump into that, I'd just like to say thank you for watching the video. If you are enjoying the contents, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and why not leave us some feedback down in the comment section below. Okay, so with this move, what we were looking for is there's two options really. So we can either look at this as a more bearish ABC pattern to the downside, where we're looking for much deeper retracement here. And what we're going to be doing is looking to break down deeper into this zone here. Potentially it could go as far as the 1-to-1. I don't think it's likely, but it is possible. So we could see it stop at any of these yellow lines here that are labeled 0.618, 702, all the way down to the 854. So if this was the case, we'd be looking at this as a C wave to the downside. So this would be looking potentially to play out as a 5-wave move. Alternatively, we can also look at this as a slightly more bullish option where we've actually completed into this A wave here and we're looking to push to the upside. And what we'd be looking for there is the potential that this is a diagonal in this as a wave 1. We could look at this as a complex WXY for a wave 2. And then looking to push to the upside for that wave 3. We need more confirmation. We don't have enough confirmation or that the structure is correct here at the moment. So we'll have to see how we react. We need to take up some of these high points and then sort of look for that progression and have the right structure within the waves. So if we jump into the smaller time frame, like I said, it is possible we could have this as a completed ABC here, and we're going to start to look to break away from here, where this becomes a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're looking to break to the upside here. Though we also need to bear in mind there is the bearish count, and what we were looking for initially, and I need to just cover this because this is now invalidated. We were looking at the potential. I've actually deleted the waves, but we're looking at the potential that we could have this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're looking at this as a triangle and looking for it to break to the downside. We didn't break to the downside, and instead we've moved back up here. So we've moved up and we've crossed what was a wave 1. So this technically is invalidated now. And what we would have to do is look at this move slightly different. And it is possible that we can count it as an extension within the 5th wave, where this is a 1, 2, then we have this is a 3, 4, and a 5 into this low point. So I'm going to delete this off of here. And the other, so this is the way we'd have to look at it then, if we were going to be looking at that, would be the fact that either we're having that the extension within the waves, or we have this as a wave 1 and we're looking to form a wave 2 to the upside. So it is possible that this could still be a wave 4, where this is a 1, 2, 3, this is a 4, and we look for that as a fifth wave to the bottom, to the downside. But the structure, the difference in size between this wave 4 and this wave 2 would be too small, so, or too big rather, and I don't really like this the shape of it. So basically what we'd be looking for is looking for this potential of forming a wave 2. So basically until we break back above this high point here at 1317.8, what we could look for is continuation to the downside. So the 1-to-1 of this A wave, so that is the length of this A wave transposed up from the bottom of this B wave, takes us up to this 287.3. So this could technically be a completed ABC to the upside, which if this does play out, we could look to move as high as this. Though we need to also talk about the fact that we don't have to move to that 1-to-1. So let's pull this onto here. So sort of at a minimum, what I would want to see here is a 0.618 move. And what we'd be looking for then is potentially that we could come up and retest this possible rejection box. So this rejection box here is a typical wave 2 rejection area. So that's between this 293.6 to this 264 zone. It's quite a wide range, so we just have to bear that in mind. But we can see that this 0.618 basically would be this 276, which is actually quite close to this 1-to-1. So if we do progress higher up here, that potentially could be an area we look to target out. So we just have to keep an eye on it. Within this structure though, if we're talking about this as an ABC, this would be a corrective move, and then we'd look to break down. So we'd only really get confirmation of a bigger 5-wave move to the downside off this 1-to-1 line by moving down past this 152.3. So there is a long way to go here for that confirmation, but if we do start to break down, this could potentially be a target area that we're looking to achieve as a wave 3 move. So we just got to keep that in mind and keep that area open, that if we develop the right structure here, we could be looking for that move to the downside in a 5-wave move. Okay, so we're going to talk about the breakout potential now, because when we were talking about this earlier, we were saying that basically there is the possibility that we could be looking to move to the upside from here. So how would we look at this move? The way we would have to look at this effectively is from this wave here as a wave 1 into this high point. I was initially looking at this as a 1-2, as a 1-2-1-2 situation, but then this becomes really messy and too long for sort of a minor wave. So I'd be, as a bigger 5-wave move here, this, technically speaking, this 4th wave would have enough space to operate with this as a wave 2, but the 4th wave wouldn't really have enough space if this was a 1-2. And within this count, you can count this 1, 2, 3 up into this high flat for a 4 and a 5th. So that's the better way of doing it, really. Then we'd be looking at this as an ABC, and then we'd be looking for this potential to have this green 5-wave move to the upside here. So looking at this, we have this as a 1, 2. I'm thinking this is a 3 here, where this is a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into this high, and then we have this as a 4th, and we're looking to push up for this 5th wave. So the typical 5th wave area would be this 265.3 to this 262.7. So this would be a typical area, provided there's no extension within these waves, that we would be looking to target out. So this 5th wave could look to move up into this zone. Another way we can look at this for confirmation, to sort of have a look at it, is if we put... So the 1-to-1 might also be an interesting area if we look to fall short here. So this 1-to-1 is actually this 261.6. If we actually move up to that, we could look for a rejection within that zone, so that 261.6, or it could move up into this zone here. So we'll just have to see how it progresses. After completion of this 5th wave, what we'd then be looking for is the potential to move to the downside in a corrective structure if we're looking for continuation. So that would be continuation in this green 3rd wave. What we'd be looking for then effectively is this to become a wave 1, looking for that retracement as a 2, and then we'd want to have that 3, 4, 5 to the upside. Losing this low point here at 240.7 would invalidate the potential of having a bigger 5-wave move to the upside here. And what we'd be looking for potentially as a target area, if we move up into this red box area, we potentially move back down, test this 0.618. This would then become a wave 3. This would become 4, and then we'd be looking for this 5th wave to the upside. So typically speaking, we could look to potentially target out this zone here of this 299 to this 292 zone. So this would be interesting as well, because we have an interesting psychological level at 300 should this actually play out, which it would be interesting to see, because this, looking for this bigger 5-wave move, that 300 zone is below that. So it is possible that if we do move up into the zone, we might hit that rejection and actually not reach that impulsive area that we're looking for this confirmation of this 3rd wave. And if that doesn't play out, then we wouldn't be looking for this additional 4th and 5th wave. It is possible that we can still get this 3rd wave play out without reaching this. This is just the most common area, so we'd have to monitor to see whether we got an additional 4th and a 5th here if we do actually play out in this manner. But baby steps first. We need to complete this 5-wave move here. Look for this retracement. If we fail to hold this level here of this 240.8, then it's possible that this could actually just start to break down here, where this becomes a 1, 2, and then we look to break to the downside. However, if we do look at this maybe as a more complex move that's developing here, where we form something like this as an A, a B, and a C to the upside, what we could then look for is potential to find support back in this 50% zone, which is this 239.7, anywhere from there to this 228.2 area. That would be a typical area we could look to find support as a B wave if we're going to continue to look to push to the upside. Okay, so we've got a few things there that we need to monitor. We need to see how this reacts. This move to the upside is possible, but this all relies on us holding this 240.7 zone. Losing that would make this less likely, and we'd have to just monitor the structure again. It wouldn't completely invalidate it because we could still count this as a 5-wave move, and we could have this as an A, potentially a B and a C where we don't break this low. But losing this 220 area, that basically would, to me, indicate that we have further down here to go, and we could potentially even have that 3rd wave target to look out for. So we just need to be aware that there is potential for that downside to play out. Okay, so we're going to leave the video there. I hope you found it useful. If you did, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and why not leave us some feedback down in the comment section below. I hope everyone has a great day, and until we see each other in the next video, take care out there, everybody.